Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you. Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 98. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And this week, well, we have a full episode, as we had shared previously. We have a little Exxotica wrap-up, kind of almost a year-end review. We had the pleasure of, during New Jersey, meeting a previous guest to the show. Really spent some time and sat and talked with Michael Ramos of ASN Entertainment and ASN Lifestyle Magazine while we were in New Jersey. Back on episode 60, we actually had him on the show and found out really what ASN Entertainment and Lifestyle Magazine were all about. Great person, good company, great people around him. He really surrounds himself with great people. And, well, he's a veteran of Exxoticas. So this episode, really, we sat down and we discussed to try to get an idea of what his take was from a vendor standpoint at Exxotica. So as you'll hear, we had a great discussion. Overall, at the end of the day, Exxotica is positive, and there's a lot of positives. Everybody's going to find something that they think could be tweaked and changed a little bit here and there. And he had some ideas. We had some ideas that we think might change it a little bit
For the better.
Exactly, but overall, again, we have discussed Exxotica since we started this show. Mm-hmm. And we still stand by the fact that it is a great fan convention. It is a great time. And we will continue to support it no matter what direction it goes. Mm-hmm. So sit back, relax, enjoy episode 98 in the tub. All right, welcome back to this week's episode and our Exxotica Extra. This part of the episode, we're actually joined once again by Michael Ramos from ASN Entertainment and ASN Lifestyle Magazine. And we're just going to have a conversation and really want to get the feel of Exxotica from the vendor standpoint and get some thoughts, get some feedback, see how his experience was. So Michael attended both New Jersey and Miami. And then from our end, as listeners know, we attended Chicago, New Jersey, and DC. So collaboratively, I think we can, give an overall as we talk to listeners and say, hey, look, Exxotica, it's a great time. If you've never been there, get there, check it out. Well, we're going to give our take. And again, really want to get that take from a vendor and an exhibitor as well. And, well, as we said, wrap up our Exxotica year and get ready for the holidays and the new year. So, Michael, welcome back into the tub with us.
Hey, it's good to be here. Nice and warm. We're going to eventually come out there and sit in your freaking hot tub. I mean, I've seen the pictures of it.
Well, and again, always welcome.
You might want to wait until it's warmer here in PA.
No, it's got to be cold.
It's got to be cold.
Come on, let's go. Got cigars, got cognac. We're good to go.
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of bourbon sitting around, and we're ready to roll.
Oh, and did I ever thank you for the cigar that you dropped off with Erica? Because I did smoke the hell out of that.
You are welcome. And again, from what we had heard, that was a extremely successful event and a great week for everybody at the ASN Lifestyle Awards, ASN Entertainment Awards out in Vegas.
Well, we pulled it off. I mean, we had some elements that were against us, but we were able to pull it off.
Good. Well,
so it was successful from that standpoint of it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
very good. And again, as we discussed, in a previous episode, the ASN Entertainment and the ASN Lifestyle magazine, and what we have tried to develop with open sexuality and bringing lifestyle and bringing performers and everything together we kind of share that common vision and view. So, from that standpoint, it's great to be able to talk with you, have that, have this friendship that we've built. So, Exxotica's. Was this year the first time you had been at Exxotica as far as ASN?
Oh, no. I've been, ASN's been going to Exxotica for the last, I think, 5 years.
Okay,
5
good.
years, yeah. But we got our start, like I think I mentioned that last time I talked to you, was in 2017, is when we started going to Exxotica before ASN was born. I was part of Triple X Porn Star Radio. But yeah, definitely a big timing growth between then and now.
Definitely. So your take as how Exxotica has kind of grown and expanded from back in 2017 to the 2023 run of the 4 shows, really from your end of the 2 shows that you were in attendance.
Well, yeah, it's celebrating their 15-year anniversary. Miami is always a slow show, and I think why is just because of location. It's not in the best of neighborhoods, but it is next to the airport, and the DoubleTree is a good hotel. I wish that if they would just take the convention and go a little bit further south, down into South Beach, I think they'd make more money. But I don't know the politics or anything behind why they can't. I knew they were in Miami originally years ago, and then they pulled out, and then they came back. I like it. I like Miami because I consider it my home event. I'm 4 hours from Miami, so I don't fly. I drive.
Yeah.
This last one was fun, but I don't remember a lot of it because TV8 they got me high, and I ended up getting high in my booth and not remembering a lot of shit that was going on. But I was surrounded by people that were working for me, so I was okay.
Those DV8 guys, I tell you, and we talked about, again, before we started recording it on a previous episode, the Friday night in DC, as myself and him looked at each other after 3 hours and said, oh, shit, we just drank a whole bottle of bourbon.
Well, I was trying to support, their other businesses that they own a Delta 8, Delta 9 company. And I went and did my part to support. So I bought some vapes and I bought some gummies, and, his wife, Kim, had said, okay, well, you're only supposed to eat half. And I did. I took one half and I gave the other half to Dr. Stephanie. Dr. Stephanie was fine. And I was just like the happiest person in the world. But it took a while for it to hit me. But when it did, I was a brick. And people were coming up talking. All I could do is say hi. I was answering questions an hour later. And we were right across from their booth. So they kept looking to see if I was okay. And what they were doing is they were using me to sell their product now. So I end up with this guy in front of me with 2 packages going, hey, they sent me over here. Do you like the red ones or the yellow ones?
That's great.
So, I mean, I guess I was their marketing toy for a while. But no, Miami's good. Miami is always going to be traditionally slow on Sunday. It's usually, there's other things going on in Miami during the Sunday. Fridays is always packed. It's ladies' night.
Yeah.
Saturday they're traditionally still busy, but not like Jersey on a Saturday night.
And I don't know that like the Jersey and Chicago crowds. I don't know that any. We talked to a performer this year. Her first ever was New Jersey.
Right.
And then in DC, she's like, it's kind of slow. And I said, you got a bad taste. I said, your expectations were at the top, being Jersey as your first show. And then coming to DC, I'm like, yeah, it just, And we've heard that about Miami as well, that it really is on the slower side compared to everything. Some we've heard location. Mm-hmm. We've had some other people say, look, we think some of it is the people can pay to come into Exxotica to see these performers with pasties and G-strings, or they can go out to the beach and see the same stuff for free.
With no pasties.
Exactly, with zero.
Go to Hollover Beach.
Yeah.
But I still like Miami. Miami still is a good, I think it's still a good show. Mm-hmm. Jersey, I think, is a phenomenal show. But what I do think that after 15 years of doing this great thing, they need to retool it a little bit. Mm-hmm. That would be from my objective as a vendor trying to sell.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they need to step it up now a little bit. All right, we've hit 15 years, and it's been a great run. What can we do now to excite the crowd to come back and increase those numbers? Because I think they can do it. I mean, you got two great guys, Dan and Jay. I mean, they're miracle minds. So if they just put their heads together, I'm sure that they can retool this and come back and wow the customer even more. I mean, I live with the mantra that I always want to go above my guest expectations, as you do, coming, what you do. But it's just that's the way I grew up. I read this book going through management school called Raving Fans. And, it always talked about wowing that customer, meeting their expectations and going above and beyond. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really easy to do if we just think about it. It doesn't have to be much. It's just a little bit here, a little bit there. And it wows them. And they go, oh, okay, this was different. This is cool. They're changing. Let's keep coming back. Mm-hmm. And I think if they keep that freshness going, they'll have no problem bringing people in. I didn't go to DC, but I heard DC was slow. Mm-hmm. To me, because my target audience is actually the vendor themselves, it made no sense for me to do DC being repeat vendors.
Yes, within 4 weeks of being in New Jersey as well.
No, I sent my henchmen. I sent Pineapple over there to go slap people around and take their money. But it was a good experience for her being newly on board as ASN's new marketing director. But I told her Chicago's going to be a good show. She'll like Chicago.
Yep.
I plan on doing Chicago next year.
Awesome. And we will say Bex was definitely making it rain. I mean, I'm sure she's had to order about 3 more boxes of business cards since, because she was making it rain with business cards.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's good. I mean, the one thing is you remember who she is.
Without a doubt.
It's definitely better having her on my side than, if you put us side by side, you're gonna remember her before you remember me, which is fine with me. I don't want people to remember me. I like staying in the shadows.
There's a lot to be said about the mastermind behind the curtain.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we got a lot that goes on behind that curtain,
sure.
As well as other businesses. For one, we started the TV production company that's going now, and we did all the taping of Dr. Stephanie's show for teasers. We start actually filming next year. So that's good. She's going to have her show called Let's Have the Talk with Dr. Stephanie. It's going to start off on YouTube, but we are shopping it to the networks.
Nice.
So hopefully it gets picked up. There has been some interest already. We're reinventing the ASN Underground show. If you remember, that was our original podcast.
Yes.
Jerry and I started as a podcast like you guys. And then I partnered with a guy. It became a TV show on YouTube, hosted by a very famous porn star named Samantha Mack. We're now retooling it, bringing the show back to Florida, and I got Kimmy Kaboom that's going to sit in the hot seat now. So she's going to be the new headliner for the AS Underground show.
Now, is she going to sit in the hot seat or put everyone else in the hot seat?
Yeah. Kimmy is, her personality and everything, that'll be a great one.
Oh, I think so. So. We're in negotiation with that company about breaking ground in Vegas for a studio, our own studio. Mm-hmm. Evan Stone is on board to come work with us and be the GM of that facility once it's up and running.
Nice.
So that was solidified in Jersey. So we're happy to have him on board. And again, these are relationships I've built all along from my, when we started with Triple X More Star Radio.
Yeah, that's great. So Jersey was very positive for you.
Oh yeah, I love Jersey. I mean, I think it's never disappointed me.
Yeah. So from a slight change, as you step back, as you said earlier, hey, if they kind of make little tweaks here, there, is there something that jumps into your head saying, hey, this is great? Because for myself, what I saw this year in New Jersey and in DC. So last year in New Jersey, there was a lot of CBD Delta 8 vendors, a lot of them. This year, that was really smaller. There were maybe 2, but they added actual like food vendors and little cool things. I mean, they had the fudge people, they had a pickle guy, and people were raving about this stuff. Like, it was, even from the talent standpoint, they were like, oh shit, they got a pickle guy and gummy ropes here. I mean, so, which was great, because one day, or for half the day, you see him sucking on a lollycock, and then 3 hours later, they're eating a giant ass pickle on a stick. So again, I think from the vendor and the talent side, they loved those little changes. And even from the people within, the customer and the fan, those booths were always busy. So it was just something little.
Right.
And got away, because again, I think in New Jersey last year, with a lot of the CBD and the Delta 8 booths, there were a lot of people that maybe weren't sure, had never really done them. And there definitely was quite a few paramedic calls on Saturday. And I know some people blasted them on social media. From the convention standpoint, I don't feel you hold the convention liable. That is not them. These are people that don't know what they're doing, and they eat a half a gummy and they're like, oh, I don't feel anything after 2 minutes. So then they eat another whole one.
Eat more.
And
Right.
yeah, and then they are totally incoherent. And you know what? That's on the person that bought it and did it.
You got to look at it this way. Let's look at it from a business point of view. Exxxotica is a convention that abides by the rules and the laws of the state of New Jersey to be there.
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
As a vendor, you have to have a sales tax license from the state of New Jersey. They enforce it. They are incredibly enforceable about protecting that they get their money. So therefore, New Jersey there is also making sure that you're within compliance. If you're stupid enough to go do something that you shouldn't do, that's on you, boo. That's not on the vendor, and that's not on the convention.
Exactly.
Know what your limits are, and ask if you don't know. Like, for example, in Miami, I ate a little more than I should have. That wasn't on them. That was on me.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. But to blame a convention or to blame a vendor for someone's medical emergency or medical call is, I think that's low.
It's not right. So,
no.
But
Right. And if you've never done something like that before, why would that be where you try it for the first time?
yeah, exactly. Try that stuff in your own home.
Well, yeah.
And again, so that was one change that I did see. And I'm like, okay, well, they're giving options. They're giving something cool, unique, different. They're bringing in additional vendors to a platform as well to get their name out. So they're helping promote vendors that, again, people may not be aware of in that location and in that area. So from the standpoint, I thought that was pretty nice. From the other things, like as I look, I'm going, well, what else little tweaks could they do? And I'm really not, nothing jumps into my head. So again, I guess that's where the question is, do you see something that is, what is your thought? Is there something different you'd like to see?
I'd like to see them bring in maybe a named act. If I won't mention this other convention name on the West Coast. They seem to bring in now more headliners.
Okay.
That bring tickets and seats into their shows. I think if Exxxotica did that, there's a lot of local talent in each market. They can get they can get someone in Chicago that's pretty well known to the community to come there and do rap or perform. And I think when you add that element, I think that does bring a following of additional people.
And and that's fair, because yes, they have their stage acts, and you have Rubber Doll and you have Christiana Sin, but the people that follow the industry know those names.
Right.
So I see what you're saying. Yes, you get a known musical performer or someone, that's going to open up another market of someone that's like, oh yeah, well shit, I can pay, and again, sorry, but I don't know what the admission is to Exxotica, as we've been media, but 50, $75. Oh, well, I could pay $50, $75 and go and see them in an intimate show. And then let's see what else this is about.
Yeah.
So
well,
they used
to have Tonlo come to Exxotica.
I do remember. I think it was like the first few years we were there. Yeah. Tone Loc was there.
Yeah, because he actually would come hang out at the lifestyle parties.
Yeah. And like I said, I do remember. And he would do one or two shows on Saturday, short little on the main stage. And I do remember that.
That little performance brought in more people.
Right.
Which does translate into more dollars, more revenue. But it's not just that. It's just the little things, I mean, if I don't know, bring a flamethrower artist, bring something different that they don't see. I mean, I love Rubber Doll, but it's the same show. It is. It's the same show from as long as I know her to now. It's the same show. It hasn't changed.
Right. Same elements.
Yeah, exactly. Because we have seen Rubber Doll, and she's great.
She's awesome.
We've seen her at a club here in Pittsburgh feature dancing, and it's the same show. She has it down pat, but so there is that element of fire and different things. So would that draw people? I could see where that would.
Just different things. Bring in a celebrity DJ. Those don't cost as much as bringing in an artist.
Sure.
And then and then you get them. People follow DJs.
They do,
especially on the East Coast. So if they were to bring in someone like I don't know, what's his name? Something Yankee. I can't remember. He's from New York, and but he's got a big following. It just come in. It's noise anyway. The way I can see it. And the problem I have right now is you got the lifestyle DJ competing with the house DJ, and to me, it's just all I hear is noise. I think they need to eliminate one of those and let the house DJ do the DJing, and that's it.
Yeah.
But don't have the two of them. I think that doesn't help anybody.
No, and it's always a struggle for us when we're doing recordings there. And I know we talked to the lifestyle people, and they had said that the convention was like, hey, your guy can't be over this volume level to overtake our guy. But then I think in New Jersey, what you get is the main stage and their DJ, the lifestyle guy, and then you always have Sapphires right in the front, the club.
That's also playing music.
Yeah, that's blasting their music, and you're getting it from every end. It's like, okay, how can we... That is a thing for us. And again, it is from the recording standpoint. But again, there's some places too that you really can't have a conversation. It's hard to have a conversation if it's too loud.
I think Exxotica, and this isn't a cost measure for them. It may even be an expense. I think they should offer a media room where the media can go take these artists inside, interview them in a quiet space, and then allow them to come. I think you're going to see more content that's positive about the show come out of those interviews, because one, they're being handled there, and two, they gave you your little media area to do these in.
Yeah, and I can see that, and I've actually had the conversation with with a few other podcasters on that, and said, hey, does it make sense to have a booth or have that room? And then it is the struggle of pulling them away from their booth for 15, 20 minutes. And how do you kind of coordinate that? So I really don't know. I know in the past, James Bartholet last year in New Jersey, DC, and then in Chicago. He was actually recording some of his podcast at his booth.
Right.
I didn't see that this year. And I'm not sure if that is because of that noise level and the background. I mean, from an audio editing, it's tough.
Yeah. And he partners up, I think, with Skyhawk Media, which is really good people. So if their equipment can't stop the noise, and then there's a problem, and it's just a logistical problem.
Yeah.
But I think it's one that can be solved. I mean, if the talent's there to get their name out and to promote themselves, I don't see them having a problem going and doing an interview.
And taking 15 minutes. And again, because from our standpoint of the interviews that we do, we're very respectful and understand their time, and they're there to make money. So we try to keep our interviews 6 to 8 minutes.
And fair enough.
And we don't even ask if they have a line. We wait until there isn't a line there.
Right.
Yeah. And we tend to do a lot of recording early Saturday or on Sunday, because early Saturday before people blast in, or Sunday at the beginning is normally the best. So again, I think if it's a matter of a 10 to 15 minute, hey, come over and here's where we're at and let's sit down and record. Yeah. It is from that standpoint.
I did 3 podcasts in Jersey. All of them took place behind. Remember where they had the medics?
Yeah.
Behind there in that quiet corner. That's right up against the glass. That was the quietest place in that building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it for, I think, 3 different shows, but they all knew that spot, so that was the place to go. But I do like what you're saying, and take that a little bit further is, well, contact their publicist. I mean, most of these publicists. Say, look, your girl's going to be in town. We want 10 minutes with her. Can you arrange it so we can do it on a Sunday or a Saturday or off showtime?
Yeah, and we actually in New Jersey, we actually did that. We had a great interview that was set up, and the performer was great. The PR agent was great. She's like, well, yeah, here's her contact. It's scheduled. It's this time. Go to her hotel and sit down and record. And it was great.
Yeah.
And again, we knocked that out in the morning on Saturday, so we didn't interfere with anything they were doing.
Yep. That's probably not bad, but I still like the idea if they offered media space.
I do.
Like I said, there's that other convention on the other coast that actually provides media outlet.
Yeah, a whole media
They have
room.
places for media to go into and do interviews and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
because you can bang it out faster that way too.
Yeah, and literally in that spot, your equipment's set up. You're done. You got mics on, tabletop mic stands. Here's the recorder. Bang. Let's do it. We're out the door.
Well, yeah. Even at the awards in Vegas, what we did is when they came off the stage from collecting their award, we put them into a room, and media was all in there. So all the podcasters they can go to each table and do their interviews and then leave.
Yeah. Great.
We did even that. I mean, even that mindset I think works, because you want to give them the proper recognition, or in this case, you want to give them the ability to get their 5 minutes to get out there and tell people, hey, we're here, and then it also gives you it gives you the show, right? So it helps you create content for your platform as well. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Or even if they set like, hey, here's 15 minutes before you're set to sign, or even a half an hour.
Yeah.
Go to this media room and, and no obligation, if the performers want to do it and, this time is available, but, then you're not taking away from the time that they're signing and meeting fans and making money.
Yeah. If it's a matter of a 45-minute or an hour prior to the convention doors opening, to where, hey, the media room is open. Media can get in and set up, and then here you go.
I think that's good. Instead of penalizing the media and making them wait to come in until after the convention doors are open. Right? Because you guys can't come in early, can you?
Oh, yeah. We come in that side, the side door, media, and where you guys go in.
And the exhibitors and everything.
Yeah. We go through the exhibitor entrances in all of them.
But think about it. If that was announced.
Yeah.
And put out there better, I think then who would not want to be interviewed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And right? We've never had anyone be like, yeah, no, not interested. We did have one. But that's and we can talk about that later. We did have one.
Didn't use those exact words.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So and which is fine. We get that. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. But I mean, gosh, that's been over 2.5 years. One person was like, well, not really sure what you guys do and what the show's about or anything. So, no, I'm not really looking to do an interview. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I respect that. All good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't force it, but
no,
I think
yeah. So
I think the three of us just solved how this could all work better, though.
and again, it's a great idea for for everyone involved just to have that space, and that's what it is. It's just a small space. In New Jersey, there's plenty of side rooms, and I mean, there's other areas within there that could be done. DC again, as we talked about DC. Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we'll see what happens come this year. If they do look for another location.
Do they have one more year at DC?
I see. We had heard it was a 3-year contract, and this was a 3rd year.
Oh,
so yeah. I mean, DC's fun, as we talked about earlier. It's a great location. There's a lot to do.
Right.
I mean,
but if it doesn't fill the convention center, if the vendor's not getting the value for what they're paying, that just does not affect DC though. Now that affects Chicago and Jersey because they're going to have a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to putting out that money again.
Exactly, and from a vendor standpoint, I mean, it's a business. You have to look at your ROI and your return on your investment.
Correct.
Now, we'll say this year in DC. We did notice that mainstay vendors were not in DC. Brazzers, who had one of the bigger, insane booths in Chicago and in New Jersey, was not there. Motor Buddy wasn't there in DC, and again, it was very close to New Jersey. And we were into that holiday season. Hanukkah had started at that point and things. So maybe that is, the reason. But again, those drove business and drove people in the previous ones. In Chicago and New Jersey, well, when Brazzers is there and they're saying, hey, Angela White's going to be signing. That's
a big name at that point.
Exactly. That line is 2 hours long. And in Chicago, I mean, we've talked about it in the past. That was literally, I told Mrs., I said, there are 2 people that I saw that are going to be here. We're dropping it and we're waiting in line as long as we need to. And that was for Angela. We waited 2 hours to meet Angela White. And we actually got lucky. And we didn't really wait that long to see Cherie DeVille, both at the Brazzers booth. But
Cherie DeVille's a good friend of mine.
And
she was awesome.
She was great to talk to. It was like we have followed her forever, and she was a blast to talk to. We didn't record. We said we'd love to, but we didn't record. We're like, look, this is a matter of being able to meet you. But those draws are great.
Yeah, well, they are. And when they're not there, that's what hurts. So you're a perfect example. You're the right demographic. You guys have Jersey and you have D.C. Now, no one that you know is going to be at D.C. You just did Jersey. Do you invest your money? Now you have to pay, right? Are you paying now to go to Jersey and go to another show?
That quick of a turnaround, exactly. When you really look at it from, a fan standpoint, yeah, you're dropping another $1,000, $1,200 4 weeks later, and that's on the small end. Once you add in your travel costs, that's hotel, getting in, travel, food, all that.
Yeah.
It's at least $1,200.
But it's the same demographic going to both shows. Is what I'm trying. My point is,
yeah,
you're pulling from the same pool.
Literally the same market when they're 4 hours away from each other.
Right. So is it, unless you have that big name going, is it worth going?
No. And that's really where the question is, and it's all right, no, we already saw them, so we're good.
Yeah.
And again, we'll see.
It's
like masturbating the porn and then going to do it again and going having buyer's remorse. You already did it. You feel guilty. You don't want to do it again. Wait.
Yeah. I got to find something different, better, and special.
Just switch
for a while until the amnesia kicks in.
Yeah.
Just switch hands.
Oh,
no. What I was going to say is, we've even done that with like features that come here. Like, there's certain ones that if we've seen them
within a 3 to, if a feature dancer comes in and it's been 3 months and we're like, yeah, we already saw the show, they're great, but do we need to go back and spend that money again?
Right. I mean, that's a qualifying question. I mean, especially now in the economy, everything costs more.
Mm-hmm.
Gas is more. Foods are more. Everything costs more. So, is it worth it? Maybe a year ago when it wasn't, or 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, it was okay. Yeah, we can spend the extra money to go. Yeah. But do you do it now? Is it legitimately cost effective to do that? And I think the answer is no.
I agree with you. You're right.
And only because the show is too close together.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If it broke apart, I think maybe you see difference.
Well, and I know a lot of people we've talked to as well. Their thing has always been like, well, why isn't Miami that December show rather than in July? Like, would you draw more people, from other areas down to Florida in December? Like us, us snowbirds up here in the north. I think
December in Miami would be a great show.
And so many people have said that, and I'm like, you know what? We very well would look at that, because I've told publicists, we've told performers when they're like, are you coming to Miami? I'm like, sorry, I am a white guy from north of the Mason-Dixon line. July in Miami is too hot for me. I'm going to be sweaty in places I didn't know I could be sweaty in. That's just it.
No, it's true. No, you're right.
Right, and
December would be great, but I don't know what the logistics of that are. There could be reasons why they can't do it.
Because is that big convention season in Miami because of that? I mean, I know in Vegas that works. Conventions are definitely different priced based on time of the year and heat. Like in the 120-degree summer.
I don't think this place does a lot of business.
Okay.
I really don't. I mean, there's a whole mall that's attached to the hotel as well that people walk through to get to the convention center.
Yeah, that's what somebody was saying. Yeah.
Half the shops are closed. Everyone, there's nothing going on. So I don't think that convention center is really utilized to its full potential. I think December would really be good to do Exxxotica. Christmas in Florida,
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So as you say that kind of brings up the next question, and what your thought, because I know I have the thought as far as Chicago, but from the security and the comfort side, the safe feeling and security. Like when you look at Miami, when you look at Jersey.
Well, because my friend is the head of security.
Nice.
I feel completely safe at all the shows I'm at. I know that he has my back personally. I know that he has everyone else's back. I've seen things go on behind the scenes that no one sees, that they do take care of stuff. They work very well with local law enforcement, who is in there plain and dressed.
Yeah. That
I don't think people know that they're in there undercover, but they are.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think there's a really good working relationship. In Jersey, they actually had drones flying.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Now
they were using drones for crowd control,
and that was something that even people that have not been there, they've asked. They're like, "Well, you get all these points," and security. I will say, I feel Chicago is probably the best security when it comes to Chicago. Everything is good, but Chicago is like so much, just seems so much better. Now, Chicago, the after parties are in the host hotel and all of that. Like this year, when we got to Chicago, we literally were stopped before we could even walk into the hotel and check in by law enforcement and security, confirming that because we didn't get there in time to get our media passes or anything.
Right.
And they're like, well, what do you... I mean, from our end, I'm carrying luggage. I'm trying to grab my phone because I had an electronic key. The general manager from that hotel was outside, and she knew us from the year before and earlier, and she's like, what's going? She came over, gave us a hug and everything, and she's like, they're definitely in this hotel. They're fine. But that Chicago security just seems like it was more, but at the same time, New Jersey definitely is a secure, you feel safe. I think they lend to the talent feeling safe and comfortable.
Right.
They made some tweaks to the after parties this year in New Jersey at the host hotel, which I think made it feel safer and better.
Especially for the performers.
Yeah. And DC again is a tough one because within there it is, but then once you get to the host hotel, that is, I mean, unfortunately, that's on the hotel to control. But at the same time, yes, there is always, there's always security and people around there. Whether it's, and man, I can't think of his name, that's always at the Loyal Fans booth that we smoke with. He's a cigar guy.
Steve.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He was at Bad Dragon all the time. Now he's at the Loyal Fans booth.
I think that's his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Could be wrong.
I mean, and then Broadway's always around. I mean,
Anthony.
Yeah.
Broadway.
So again, that's something that I've been asked from people that haven't gone there. They're like, how do you is the security good? Is it safe? Is it? And I think that is definitely something that is huge for them and is done very well.
I think people don't realize just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. They put a lot of thought into how they protect their investment.
That's absolutely right.
Again, like I said, there's local law enforcement in there. There's people from the state in there. There's undercovers in there. They're all in there. They're all mixing around and walking around.
Yeah.
And the cops walk it just like any other beat,
Right.
And you don't see any problems. So as long as you don't see any problems, that means everyone's doing their job.
Exactly. I mean, I know New Jersey's very thorough with bag searches before you go in, and which maybe that's why we come in the vendor side, just because they don't let any outside drinks in, but we do make sure some performers have their Red Bulls and things like that. And
well, it's kind of hard. See, to me, and this happened in Miami, they were coming around, security was picking up drinks from vendors and throwing them in the trash. You can't do that. You're having a vendor that's sitting there for 10 hours a day. And
is paying to be there.
You don't take away their drink.
Yeah. And again, that is, we've always tried to take care of, we have some performers that we're friends with and we know, hey, this is their, it's not alcoholic. We're talking some Red Bull cans and things. No, nobody's there getting sloshed.
Yeah. But in Jersey, though, I do get my Wild Bill cup.
Yep.
and my wristband. And I visit that thing a shitload of times.
Oh yeah, they've always in Jersey. It's them and the empanada people.
Yeah,
those empanadas are pretty darn good.
I just like to eat, dudes. I go to Jersey's because of Heralds of New York. That's why I go to Jersey. I get my big giant matzo ball.
The size of a cantaloupe.
Yeah, that thing's a cantaloupe in a bowl.
I eat one every trip.
And
that's where I go.
And we found that it's funny because again, I'm in the business and I have people within the business. They're like, if you got to Jersey, you do go to Harold's. I'm like, oh yeah, we do. I'm like, you can't not. And a performer,
the pickle bar,
the pickle bar. Like, yeah, oh no, just stop. Yeah, and we'll do the corned beef, and I'm like, we got lunch on Sunday. Sunday's our day at Harold's. We'll do corned beef sandwich, and we have lunch on Monday and Tuesday with the amount that's left. I'm like, okay, and because it was funny, there was a performer that actually made it was a social media post Mad Harlot had asked who was going to go to breakfast. And somebody responded back and said they do breakfast. And I just responded, I said, oh yeah, they do it all. And I'm like, if you go there for breakfast, get the French toast because you get a loaf of bread and you have breakfast for 4 days.
That's one of those.
Make their omelets with 18 eggs.
Yeah.
Right. That's one of those. That's one of those kind of like, if you know, and if you don't, you don't.
Yeah. If you don't know, you're missing out.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a stop. You have to go there at least eat once.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love the people there. I can't believe that hotel is still standing around them. 2017, when I first went to Exxotica, I stayed at that hotel not knowing that hotel you shouldn't have stayed at.
That was, I think 2017 was our first Exxotica, 2016 or 17, and we stayed there as well. And because that's at that point, that's where the lifestyle was, and they had the lifestyle party there. And I'm like, all right, we're staying. And I'm like,
I think we actually stayed there 2 years.
Yeah, because the first year I'm like, well, and they're like, we're doing construction. So the next year I'm like, well, they were doing construction. It got to be better. Went back to next year and I was like, no, this ain't happening again.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. It needs to be torn down.
Yeah. Torn down, leave Harold's. And
that's what I said. As long as they don't fuck with Harold's. But I did find another place in Jersey up the road from we stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Yeah.
And I found another place called Roosevelt's Deli. And, oh, my God, that's like having food your mom made. You know, you go in the deli, they yell at you, here's your food, sit down. Reminded me of home.
Oh, nice.
It was really, really good.
Yeah. We'll have to check that out for sure. Because this year, just based on the hotels and everything, and we missed the cutoff. I tried to book 3 weeks prior, and we had talked about it. I'm like,
tripled the price.
We all
I can't
stayed
do
at the
that.
Hilton. If you book the Hilton a year in advance, you'll get the better rate.
Yeah, yeah.
If you wait till the last couple of weeks, you're going to be paying through the fucking nose for it.
And that's what it was. It was $338 a night.
Yeah, I got
a month
for
prior.
like $97 a night.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, no. So we stayed down in Piscataway. There were some places down there to eat, which was great. And it was a 10-minute drive. It wasn't that bad of a drive right up the highway.
The thing is,
how many people I had stayed at the Hilton with me though?
Oh yeah,
the
Hilton was fun. The Hilton was a fun time.
That was all our core family people were there, and then the hotel got mad at us because they ran out of food. Why would you run out of food knowing this convention's coming here first off, and then your hotel sold out? And they got mad because we ordered Longhorn Steakhouse. We had it all delivered to the hotel.
Nice.
What else? I mean, what else are you going to do? They ran out of food.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They got a little attitude. So, but I'm a Hilton Diamond, so I just wrote an email saying that wasn't appropriate.
Yeah, and at the same time, guess what? They ran out of food. You ordered food in, but I'm sure there was still booze at the bar, so you guys still
We were drinking from the bar, but they ran out of Bailey's day one. And you want to know something? They never went out and bought a bottle of Bailey's.
I mean, there's a liquor store right around the corner. It's not. There's a liquor store not far away.
I know, but which we went and got our own.
Yeah.
But the point was that we like to support the hotel.
Sure.
They would have bought that. Me and Sean Elliott would have drank 3 bottles of Bailey's ourselves. That's lost on them, and I think that's lazy.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, first day, that's Friday. You still got all day Saturday. You can go and buy a few more bottles and restock and make sure you're good.
I mean, we all brought I don't because I fly in, but all my friends bring in their own booze, but we still support the bar.
Exactly.
Drink at the bar. Right. These drinks are in the room or when we're all in the room.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And that's what we do in Chicago. So in Chicago, we will typically do on Saturday night after the convention, kind of a happy hour, a relax time in our room for friends, for performers. Look, come on up. We have some cocktails. We'll put out a charcuterie board and some snacks just to unwind. And you know what?
Charcuterie board.
Oh, yeah. So you come up, you have a drink, everything. But guess what? Then we're going down to the bar and we're supporting the bar. I mean, it's about supporting the business and everything. Right. And so that's the way Chicago has always worked. Like, yeah, all right, here's a cocktail, but guess what? We're going to go downstairs and support them as well.
You have to, I think, anyway. I mean, when the bars close, we got booze. We'll always have booze.
Exactly. We're never going to be without it.
That's the answer. It's like I tell my wife. I always have a security sandwich in the back of the fridge
because you never know.
I need something there. I just need to know it's there. I'm not necessarily going to eat it. I just want to know it's there.
Yeah. It's peace of mind.
Exactly. But no, I mean, just to wrap up what we were talking about Exxxotica is a great show. I think everybody should go to an Exxxotica. They should experience it. I just think it's time for Exxxotica to reinvent itself a little bit, refresh it. And I think that with the two guys you have at the helm, they can definitely do it.
Sure.
They can definitely do it. Because I'm a big supporter of them, and I love them both, and I'll be there for them as long as they want us there.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And it comes back to even myself in the food business and running a restaurant. Guess what? You got a great start, but a little change, a little tweak, a little splash of something new and different brings different people. People are going to come for what they're used to, but you're going to open up your markets to new people with little changes and little tweaks.
Exactly.
So
right. And now that they've been able to see how people were going to come back to it after the pandemic, now's the time to revamp a little bit and bring in more and new people.
Yeah. You have your target audience, but let's reach out. Let's start expanding out. What do we need to do to expand out and get an extra 200 people? Because of something. And again, I mean, it could be that little when you say, hey, on a Saturday, let's get 200 more bodies through the door. All the vendors are going to benefit. Everybody is going to benefit from, again, something as small as 200 people. If someone has, like you said, a DJ or an act that has a social media following, an extra 200 people is big.
It is. Mm-hmm. Hey, even if they gave away something, hey, come get a free Exxxotica souvenir mug, on this day. Mm-hmm. Why do you go to a game that gives away a jersey or a hat or whatever that you typically wouldn't necessarily go on a day when it's just a regular game? You go to get the free shit.
Exactly. It's free shit.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
that's something they could do too.
They do that now, but you have to buy the full 3-day VIP package.
You get the little
if you
bag.
buy the 3-day VIP,
right?
How many people just buy the one ticket?
There's a lot of single days.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing that that would be because people look and say, why would I spend that on the 3-day when I don't, especially if I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, to get new people in. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Or is it something like, hey, come and check it out. Here's the one day. Hey, guess what? We're going to give you a 50% discount to come back the next day.
Well,
if somebody buys a single.
They can even give away. They can do a drawing for a free cruise.
Mm-hmm. Again, with the lifestyle,
that much to send someone on a 3-4 night cruise.
And with the lifestyle area, there's always travel agents there. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bliss cruise or something like that, where it's a swingers cruise. But hey, here you go. Yeah. We're giving this away. It's for 2 people, and here you go. It's $1,400-$1,500, if that. Mm-hmm.
But those are things that I think that they think about it. I hope they think about it, because I think that in business, we're always trying to do something that's going to get us to the next level. Mm-hmm. 15 years is a lot. I mean, congratulates on that. I mean, that's a long time.
Yep.
And to do the events they do across the year, that's a lot. It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of late nights up going, oh shit, are we gonna be able to pay the bills? Mm-hmm. But they did it, and now that they did it, now let's just go ahead and capitalize on it and make it better. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, grow and make it better. I mean, and there's almost that thought. Did you ever see Exxxotica doing an awards show?
They actually did one years ago.
Okay. And I'm thinking something that would go hate the conversation. It would go against those two out on the West Coast.
I had that conversation with them at one point, and it's too much of a it takes away from what they're trying to do, their trade show.
Okay.
And there's no, on my end, because we were trying to encompass the two together.
Sure, yeah, that's what my thought was.
There was no way for us to have a financial gain by doing it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
Because they you know, it is what it is, which is fine.
Yeah,
which is fine, you know. And we ended up finding our own legs and doing our own thing, which is good. But we're still great friends with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I would have to say about Exxxotica. Now, I will tell you, in wrapping this up with you guys, January is a new year. We have an exciting magazine coming out. We have Olivia Bentley, who is a very, if people don't know her, she is a sex worker, but she was recently known for being on the Candace Owens show on Fox, where she was defending the rights and bearings of a sex worker on Fox News. And we have the story that wasn't told on TV in the magazine coming out in January.
Awesome. So the ASN magazine January edition is
January edition. Yep.
All right.
We're coming out firing on all cylinders in January.
That's a good thing. Good.
It's still always free.
Great things coming up here in the new year as we're quickly approaching it.
What do you guys got coming out? What's going on with you guys?
Well, I mean, we're kicking off the new year. January 2nd will be the launching of episode 100.
Right.
So we've hit that, and we're looking to come into this year a little, kind of guns blazing, a little bit different. We're going to
a little more marketing and
a little more marketing
attention to that.
Yeah, we plan on having some nice some giveaways, some different things like that. We're going to get into Chicago with a new line of merch,
swag.
Yeah, swag. Yeah, I don't want to call it merch because again, we're not selling it.
Right.
It's swag. We're giving it away. So, actually ran into our screen printer on Monday night. I did a beer tasting dinner at the restaurant, and he came to the beer tasting, so we talked a little bit. So, yeah, we're looking forward to get up and running. And our next convention will be Exxxotica in Chicago. We're not going to get out to Vegas or anything. And maybe
I'm skipping Vegas too.
Yeah.
Well, it made no sense to me this year. It really didn't. I am going out west though. I'm going to support my friend Cole from Crazy Casbah.
Okay. Yeah, Full Swap Radio.
Yeah, we're going to. We're the corporate sponsor for his event.
Oh, nice. And he had actually, when we met him back in New Jersey, he had given us the information and asked us, and we can't get that coordinated into our schedules to get out there.
It's hard.
We were looking to do it.
Never mind this. Okay, let me tell you, it's like I got to get like on a dog sled to get to this place, okay? So I have to fly out of Orlando, and I fly from Orlando. Where do I go? I go to Denver. And from Denver, I have to get on a puddle jumper that lands in this little airport that's only open for a couple hours a day.
I was going to say, because this is in the center of the country, right? It's like in Nebraska.
Yeah, it's a town called Kearney. Yeah, Kearney, Nebraska.
Yeah.
Which is like a population of 100.
All surrounded by cornfields and
cows.
I'm for some reason I'm hearing banjos.
The closest airport is Omaha.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-hour drive from Omaha to Kearney.
Ooh.
But I was able to fly on American and get there by going to this rinky-dink airport. It's not another airline, but they code share. So
yeah, nice.
Where they give you a parachute when you get on.
Yeah, like all right, hey, we're there. Jump.
We can't land.
We'll throw your luggage out behind you.
For you on the way down.
Yeah, nice.
So that's the only thing I'm doing in January. There is the question: if I have a meeting with the Nevada Film Office, and it's on their terms. So if it comes to fruition, then I will be in Vegas, but it'll be like a blink of an eye. I'll be in for the meeting and back home.
Yeah, in and out just to get that. So you got a lot of stuff on the plate, and that's great. We talked about AVN and going out there for to Vegas, and I'm like, we probably will find out within the next few days if we were nominated for another award. Cool. Through them, but I think schedule-wise and stuff, if we were to try to do that, it literally would be fly out on a Friday night, go to the award show on Saturday night, and get the red eye back home. And I'm just like,
I know.
It's a lot of craziness. So
right.
Yeah. So no, we're going to kind of gear ourselves up and get out to Chicago Exxotica come April. It's early. It's April 12th through 14th.
I know, and see, the only caveat I have with that is my wife's birthday is smack middle in the middle of that. Now, that's why I usually don't do Chicago.
Okay.
But I asked her, I said, I really need to do Chicago this year. Can I do Chicago? I said, we'll do your birthday after or before. But here's the other caveat. There's a Bliss cruise in April. I got to find out what dates they are because they're barking on my door because I have a contract with Bliss.
Oh, okay.
I'm supposed to be on every cruise through 2025.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Magazine. So I have them COVID came in and then they wouldn't allow you to, I never got vaccinated. So they wouldn't let you on the ship if you weren't vaccinated. Now everything's opened back up again. And so now they're saying, hey, you need to come honor your contract. I'm like, yeah, okay.
So that could be a birthday present.
Yeah. See? Yeah. That could be a birthday present for your wife.
No, it's hard for her to get away. The only we've been doing this business since 2011. And her first event that she was able to do under the flag was the Vegas Awards. That was the first one she was able to come to out of everything.
Oh, wow.
Years and years and years of events and trade shows that she says goodbye to me at the door and I fly out somewhere.
Oh.
This was the first one. So I'm hoping, so she's always available. Her name always comes on the reservation. Like we just got it for the April cruise. Michael and Sherry, your reservations are confirmed.
Yeah.
But it's her saying, yes, you can go.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, hopefully that happens. And then I'm sure we'll start hearing about the ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards that are probably August or so.
I believe it's middle of August this time.
Cool.
And we're teaming up with the Swinger Olympics.
Okay. Yeah.
It's happening in the Poconos.
Awesome. Couple hours away from us.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny because it means a lot of people that are dear to me will actually be able to come. DV8, which was stopping their West Coast travel for a while, they'll be able to be there.
Hey, I was going to say, yeah, we know where they're not. I mean, we're 4 hours away. They're probably 5 or so.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Casey and Lorenzo not far. You have all
Lorenzo's
the people.
Already bargained out. Mike, we buy the tickets. When can we get the hotel? That man wants to book everything in advance.
This has been a great conversation.
I appreciate you having me.
So again, we truly appreciate the time you took. Again, one more time before we leave, the website that people can find you at.
ASNLifestyleMagazine.com. And then for the awards, ASNLifestyleMagazineAwards.com.
All right. Very simple.
Come check us out.
Very easy. All right. Again, thank you very much, Michael. Good luck.
Absolutely.
Continued success to you. All right. Well, again, we kind of wrap up the Exxxotica Year. And as you just heard from our conversation with Michael Ramos, it really was a good year. And, well, things are looking up and gearing up right now for next year. Exxxotica Chicago is already on the books, April 12th through 14th. And we're getting ready for that and looking forward to it. So we're not going to keep Jens all that longer.
You said Jens, you Pittsburgher.
Yeah, as our conversation with Michael was a long one. It was a little bit longer episode than normal, but again, it was great. Good peoples.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So again. Wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and any of the other holidays you may celebrate. With this time of the year, as we always say, take time for yourself. It's about family and loved ones throughout the holiday season. So enjoy that time. Take some time and just reflect and, stay positive. Remember to pay for your porn. Support all these performers and everyone that has supported us throughout the year. Getting ready for episode 100 very soon. So, as you might hear in the background, our new family member crying because it's bedtime and he doesn't want to go to bed.
Or maybe not. Maybe the mics aren't that sensitive.
I can hear him through my ears.
Oh.
But again, follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Reddit and Facebook. Remember to wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time.
We'll keep the lights on and the top one.